are at the talk show. We're asking some ladies from the Nipissing First Nation. What do you think, Anishinaabemowin, the best way to teach it to the children? What do you think?
I think to hear the speaking.
Yeah, okay, yeah, to hear the speaking.
Yeah.
That's one way that you think
Yeah.
is a good way to teach it, eh?
Yeah.
Repetition.
Repetition is good.
Yeah.
And
Visual.
Like seeing
Visual, seeing the picture of.
Sitagan,
Yeah.
Moscow.
Koyabat.
Good. Any other ideas that you might have teaching the language? If somebody were to ask you, what's the best way to speak the language, to learn the language?
I found way back my mother helped Ashognosh to learn the language. It was by Nin Dayon, Gin Dayon, repetition that way when he learned how to say, you are here, I am here, they are here. That's how he learned it.
Oh.
And it was just a matter of time. He could carry a conversation.
Oh wow. So it worked, eh?
And
Repetition.
that's how it worked with him.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean everyone can pick it up like that. But I think it was mostly just the last words because everything else was pretty well the same. Windayon, Nindayon, and all that, eh?
Yeah.
So that's what I remember. My mom taught this man years ago to learn the language because he was racing dogs. And he went all over to different reserves and wherever and met a lot of different people. He wanted to speak the language a little bit, and that's what he did.
And he did learn the language.
Yes, he did.
And he was fluent after that?
It was about six months or so. He came back and carried a conversation with my mother.
Interesting, eh? Yeah.
So but he was all by himself, eh? So he concentrated fully on what my mother was teaching him.
And he really wanted to learn
But
it.
he wrote down what he wanted to learn first, and I guess that's how he found it the easiest way possible. And that's what he found. But he had to be in his late 30s or that, so that's what I remember.
Yeah, that's great. And I guess you really have to learn to use your heart. You really want to
You
learn.
really want to learn it, yes,
could.
and he wanted to very much so that he could speak to. And once I think you learn one dialect, it's not so hard to learn another dialect. That I think, like between us here, like the Chicking and Alan, we were just listening to Alan Corbier, and he speaks just a wee bit different than we do.
Dialect, yeah.
Yeah, the dialect, but you can still make out what he's talking about.
Very good, yes. That's see, you're fluent yourself, June?
Well, right now, Marlene and I and some other ladies, we go to the language classes that are held in our community every week.
In Nipissing?
Yeah, and it's open to all ages, and they're learning that way. And they call us the grandmothers.
Yeah, that's good.
Language, with the language. And we have immersion weekends every second week for the teachers. We have several teachers, Blair Bukaj, Tori Fisher, and Zach Odette, and a few other ones.
Wow, that's great, eh?
Yeah.
So even the young people, let's say 10-year-old,
Yep.
they would
There's
be
a whole family that comes. The father is white, and the mother is a band member, and their 2 kids.
And they're learning?
Yep.
Even
And
the
those
father?
kids, and they have the dialect too. They can speak it, and they know how to write it.
Wow.
like, we don't know how to write it. We have a hard time to read it because like it's in our heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're learning. We can write it pretty good now.
Wow, that's awesome.
We learned our 2 I's and 2 A's and
Yeah, that's awesome.
so,
Just
so
double
we're
this
learning
and double
too, and they're
that.
learning.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So everybody's learning at the same time, eh?
Yeah.
Even the young ones? And
Yeah, yeah.
Like they call the grandmothers?
And we even have some babies hanging around, and so they're listening to
They're-
us
yeah,
while,
they
while
hear
we're
that.
talking.
Yeah,
They may not look like they are, but
Yeah.
I'm sure the words, some of the words are staying with them,
Yeah.
and that they'll,
Yeah.
as they
yeah,
go into kindergarten, they'll
Mhm.
be able to.
yeah. And they teach it in our kindergartens.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have two, not daycares. We have 2 daycares because our reserve is long
Mhm.
from Sturgeon to North Bay.
Mhm.
So we have daycares on both ends.
Wow.
So a teacher goes there, and that's Evelyn.
That's the one I
Ev-
mentioned,
Evelyn.
Evelyn
She's been
McLeod.
teaching there like many years now. And they have it in a school in our town because we don't have an on-reserve school. We've had teachers for many years. Muriel Sawyer just retired a couple of years ago, 40 years teaching in a town school.
Wow.
And mostly because all our native kids go there to town, elementary.
And you
high
say
school.
towns in Sturgeon Falls?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we had our native teacher there because half the kids were native that go there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great, eh?
But we
Yeah.
do have the
And
high school now.
we have Beesing High School.
The one on the reserve, eh?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
on
you,
the
do you
North
teach the
Bay.
language there too?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great, yeah.
Blair teaches there, Blair Bokash,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a young student, and he just learned it, and Muriel was his teacher, and then he went to Nipissing University to become a teacher, and now he's teaching the students at the school where he went.
Mhm.
And he
Wow.
only
So-
graduated a few
Yeah.
years ago.
So
And they're already
He's a teacher
teaching, eh?
Yeah.
now,
Wow.
he's already
So-
teaching.
That's nice to see that the
Yeah.
people that you know, the students, as
Yeah.
they grow up, and they in
Yeah.
turn start teaching.
yeah, now we see. So we're his backup. He wants to hear us speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so he'll get the intonation and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good. That's good to hear.
that's
So
what
we
we
go
do
and-
with the teachers.
We
Yeah.
go and sit at their classes for
Yeah,
and listen to them, and if he's stuck with any word, he'll kind of
Yeah.
look at us to
Or-
Yeah, and help
yeah.
them along.
or
Yeah.
if he's saying it right.
Yeah.
That's his big
or they
thing.
get
He
us to
wants
tell a
learn
little
that.
story, and then he's writing down words that he never heard before. If
Mhm.
he hears a different word,
Mhm.
and he says, "What's that word?"
Yeah, that's interesting.
So-
So it must be kind of fun too, then, eh? You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
when you
it's
get
fun.
together like that.
Yeah, and we have laughs.
Yeah.
Because, and there was one session, they wanted to know like all the bad words. So we thought, well, we might as well teach them, because if they hear them, they'll know what,
Yeah, that's
what's
true,
bad,
yeah. Yeah.
or what, like, don't say these words.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, those are the funny, that
So-
make you laugh. eh?
And we
Yeah.
have laughs like,
They
Yeah,
enjoy
so-
it.
Sometimes you look forward to those kind of things. It's a
Yeah.
good get together, eh?
Yeah.
You know, tell stories
yeah,
and
so
learn.
we're dedicated volunteers.
Wow.
Like, that's our life now.
Every
like,
week.
helping those language.
In Nipissing.
Yeah.
Nipissing First Nations. Okay, Chimiwetz. These ladies are from Nipissing First Nation. Marlene
Oh,
Barnes.
you're very
Chimiwetz.
welcome.
Chimiwetz,
You're
Marlene.
very welcome.
Chimiwetz, June Commanda.
Only-
Chimiwetz.
Now how? Chimiwetz.
Uh,